messing around, so I'll start with one of these. So I always start with ones. One there. Not enough. Yeah, we're not gonna have enough for anything else. Twos. There's only two twos, so probably not enough. Nope. Threes. And I usually just rotate back around. So no three, no three. Could be one of these ones. I'm not gonna bother with notes just yet. Fours. Could be there or there. Based on current information, I don't think I can throw that in there just yet. I know we can put a 4 here. It won't go here because this is the only spot up here we can have 4s. So if there's 4s here, that means, yeah, either here or here. No 4s. Let's see. 5, so we got a 5. The numbers in my head make the pain go away. 5, 5, nothing. Boom, boom. Yeah, not enough yet. These ones are tough. It feels frustrating because you go all the way through, but it looks like we're gonna get some luck with the other ones. So, if I don't get any more, bumps, I'll start making notes, and we might have to use those. Zen break. Let's see. So no 5s. 6 is one of those is gonna be a 6. Nothing we can really do with 6s. Just based on first glance. 7s. We'll have a 7 in one of these. 7 in one of these. Put a 7 right here. So that gives us 7 in here. One of these. 7 in one of these. Still not enough information to fill more in. So we'll go 8s. These two could be 8s. Any of those. Yeah, not really a ton of information. Go to 9s, and then we'll loop back around. We'll probably start making notes now. I'm not in a rush, so I've got all night, and I've got 10 beers left, so let's see. 9s. Nothing yet. So let's go back through. Start marking 1s. We have notes. We have the ability to take notes of this, so we can start on that guy. I usually don't bother with notes unless there's only a couple places they can be. That way I can keep better track. In this case, we could have a 1 here or a 1 here. And that means we can also have a 1 here, 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 before looking at anything. I haven't even checked rows or columns yet. I've just been doing boxes for the most part. So we're going to have a 1 in one of these 3. I'm not going to bother marking that. We're going to have a 1 in one of these 3 here. This might be a little overkill. I think as we get through it more, we're not going to have to mark as many. we also know now that there's going to be a 1. The 1s are in this column here. So now we can move on to 2s, and although we haven't marked anything, we can make some notes now probably. So I almost don't want to do anything with the 2s yet, because there's only 2 on the board, and that's just a lot of potential spots. That might be something we come back to after we make some more notes. 3s. This isn't bad. 3 here, 3 here, or a 3 here. Flip side of that, 3 here, here, or here. This means that our 3s are going to be in this box, or this box, or yeah. Our 3 for this row is going to be here, or here, and then vice versa for the 3 in the other column. Words are hard. Doesn't give us a ton to work with here. So if we're here, we're going to have a 3 in either this one or this one. So that means 3 is going to be here in one of these 2. So these are going to be 1 and 3. That means we're golden basically. There's we can accept that this is 1, this is 3, this is 1, this is 3, and we don't have to mark those for anymore. So like now we have a little more information when we're marking something harder like our 2s. Let's see. Any more 3s that are useful? Yeah. So that's a 3, or that's a 3. That doesn't really help us much, but get some markings on the board. It's going to be easier to keep track of everything. Let's go ahead and switch to 4s now. So with this new knowledge, we have that 4 can't be this one. So one of these is going to be a 4, and in turn, that doesn't really change here. So it's going to be one of these 3. Now that I've said that, yeah, no, that's got to be a 4 right there. That's a 4, which means that's a 4. And now we're getting a little bit further with it. That doesn't give us a ton of new information. That does leave this or this to be a 4. So that narrowed it down a tad. Doesn't do a ton for us. Although now we can say one of these 2 is a 4 as well. So that's not a 4. Well, we already kind of knew that. We can say we already know this is not a 4. We just haven't gone and checked that yet. So again, nothing we didn't really know. Although now that we've marked that down, we can see it a little better. We know this is a 4. Excuse me. And I think that's all we can do with those right now, because these are going to be interchangeable until we figure out what else has to go where. Looking at this, just taking a quick glance. So before we do anything, this could be a 6 or a 9. This is a 6 or a 9. Now let's move on to 5s. Let's start marking 5s. So we do a decent amount of those here, so we might get some good information out of that. Now, since 3 can be in one of these, I don't think that we can mark. I don't know that we can necessarily say one thing or another about which one's where yet. So there's no 5 here, no 5 here, but this could be a 5, that could be a 5, and this can be a 5, just at a glance. No 5 here, no 5 here. One of these 3 will be a 5. This is where it gets kind of sketchy, because it's really easy to to mismark things whenever you're marking multiple things at a time like that. I'd like to stick to just 2 or 3 when you get to like marking the entire box, and then you're gonna lose shit. So, is what it is. So that doesn't give us a lot of information here because the 5s are still going to be fairly interchangeable. Here it's going to be one of these 4 boxes. It's going to be a 5. So we could mark them, but it doesn't really help us that much, I don't believe. We just know, it's just keeping track. These are going to be 5s, and then one of these are going to be a 5. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Not a ton of information. That's not that helpful yet. But as we progress, as we fill in some more, it's going to be more beneficial to have these marked down, just for the sake of keeping track of shit. Can we do anything with 6s yet? Not really. 6, 6, 6, 6. That could be a 6. That could be a 6. That could be a 6. One of these is going to be a 6. Still not really beneficial, but luckily as we mark stuff, it'll take these notes off, so even though we're not necessarily using them right now, they will become more beneficial. What we can say is this is a 6, right? Because one of this or this is a 6. Can't have a 6 in the middle here, so this has got to be our 6 based on that. So that will clear some stuff out. That means we have 6 in this column here. So that's kind of beneficial. Doesn't give us any more information for this, but we'll get there. Having said that, it doesn't do a ton for us here, although I'm going to branch off a little bit. We know this is a 7, so this is our 5, so that clears all that stuff out. Makes it a tad easier. Now we know the 5s are interchangeable here, so yeah. So we don't have to worry about this one being a 5. Given that information, that's going to help us move on to 7s now. I'm going to turn my notes so I don't make a mistake. Let's see. So one of these 2 is a 7. And one of these 3 is a 7. There is going to be a methodology to get rid of this. You see this can't be a 5 or a 6 because of this, and it can't be a 9 or an 8 because of these. After you go through and have marked them, if you didn't catch that before, you would catch that after the fact. So, what? Now, shit. What are you talking about? There's no other spots for a 7 there. Did I miss something? I guess it could have been a 1 or a 3. Or it could have been a 1 or a 1 or a 2. So, having not marked that earlier, that kind of fucked me up. So, there's a mistake. I suck at this shit. Okay, so let's mark that before I pull some dumb shit like that again. That can be a 1 or a 2. That can be a 2. That could be a 2. Or that could be a 2 in theory. Forbidden knowledge. This is not a 7. Take what we get. Fuck it. That's why even though it gets messy, nice to mark everything. I don't like it because I fuck up somehow, but you can see in that case that it worked against me, not being complete about things. So let me just run through this real quick. We're still working on 7s, right? So we'll get some information here that's gonna that might give us a slot. So we've got possible 7s here. One of these two will be a 7. We mark those 7s, and therefore, so actually, since we know that this isn't a 7, we can say that's the 7. We would have gotten there eventually, but since I fucked that up, we got freebie. So take that as you will. 7s are all done. Going through that, then we can say this is a 7, leaving us with only 2 7s left on the board. Given that they're interchangeable, we can't determine what those are quite yet, but there's a little bit more for us. Once we go back through, once this is a little more filled out, I'll start doing column by row and just working with it that way. But just to try and keep things kind of clean and sorted out in my own dome, we're just gonna roll like this. So 8s, one of these is an 8. So one of these is 8 and 1. That means these are what's left, 2 and 9. Didn't mark my 2s earlier because there was a billion things on the board, but probably should have. Would have gotten those eventually. Anyway, same with this. I didn't mark 2s here, but as you can see, these are also going to be 2 and 9. I'm working out of order now because fucking ADHD or whatever. Where are we at? 8s. I was doing 8s. So these guys are 8s. That means this is truly an 8. That means this is an 8 because we got this guy up here. And that means only 8s left on the board are these two, and then these. Oh, fuck. Well, yeah. Yeah, since these are 1 and 5, interchangeable. Didn't mark 3s here. These are going to be possible 3s. Yeah, didn't mark those. But whatever. We would eventually jump to the conclusion that was there, but that was kind of a lucky press, I'm not going to lie to you. Beer me. Not sponsored by Natty Light. Wish I was. Where are we at? So I marked that 8. That's going to give us this 8. Down here, let's turn my notes back off. Yep, so there's that. There's a 1. That doesn't benefit us because we already knew there was a 1 in this column. That does benefit us here because this is a 1 now. This is a 3. Fill in the blank here. This is a 9. We were going to get to 9s immediately after that, so we just jumped ahead a bit. So this is a 9. This is a 9. 9. 2. There's a box done. How many 9s we got? We got these 2 interchangeable ones, although there can be no 9s on this side of this, so this one is a 9. This one's a 2. And let's see. Are those the... We can have one more. We could have. So these are the last 2. These are interchangeable 9s. I also didn't mark 2s for this column or this section here, so I'll do that real quick. This can be a 2. This can also be a 2, as far as I can tell. This is, yeah, these 3s are still interchangeable, so now we're good. That's the last of the 9s. Let me just go back and check my 2s, because for some reason I didn't mark them. Probably because there was a bunch of shit on the board. Here you can see 2s, 2s, 2s. This is a 2. Whoops. This is a 2. This is a 7. And then this is a 7. Then, if I marked 6s correctly, which I did, that's a 6. This is a 2. This is a 5. This is a 1. This is where our numbering comes in handy if you remember to do it correctly on the first try. I now see the error of my ways in not just marking everything, because the puzzle would have been half done for me at this point. So this guy is a 2, 4, 3. You see our notes are clearing up now, so that's nice. 3. That can't be a 4. So this is our 4. This is our 6. This is a 2. Of course it's a 2. I didn't mark 2s. This one's a 2. 5, 9, 3, 6, 9. Just double checking. So we don't have that information based on notes here. What else could this be, though? It can't be a 3, can't be a 6, and can't be a 5. So it is a 1. Okay, I didn't know if that was improperly marked or if it actually worked out. So that's 5, and that's 6, 3, 1. Cool. That took me 20 minutes. Jesus Christ. Oh, wait, no. Did it take me 20 minutes? Jesus, fuck. I don't know if that's because I was explaining it or because I took so long working on notes for that thing. That was only a medium. I think I'm going to do another medium before I move up to hard. Definitely need another swig before I do that shit. Aha. It's much better. Ooh. Don't know what that is. Cool. That guy. Okay, whatever. Let's see. New game. Cool. Bet. Let's do medium. I've never done the killer. That might be a little sus. 60% of players are able to solve this. Probably will be able to eventually. It's just going to take me 5 fucking ever, because for some reason the last one did. Might be because I'm sitting here talking to myself. Okay, we're scarce on 1s. Not a lot of 1s here. Not a lot to work with. 2s. Looking for anything we can do off rip. Nothing. This site doesn't give you, doesn't really give you anything off rip when you play the medium puzzles, huh? It's kind of whack. My desk is too short for my armrests. Shit. Whatever. Can't do anything. 3s. Anything for free? Nothing. Nothing. Fucking nothing. Okay. Yeah. 3s there. So... can I take that? Yeah, that's a 3. No. What? 3s... I guess this could be one of the interchangeable 3s. That's my bad. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. Don't take Sudoku advice from me, apparently. Okay. I never claimed to be that good. I never claimed to be a fighter. or whatever that guy said. I don't remember that guy's name. So yeah, two options there. I'm just gonna fucking mark shit. This apparently does not give out freebies. Just off rip. So that's kind of goofy. What was I looking at before? Fours? What about fives? There's like one. There's two fives. Alright, okay, there's a freebie. There's one free five. And it looks like that's it. Yeah. Nothing. Turn on the fucking notes now. Doing this out of order. Sevens. I think I already looked at these briefly, but yeah, no freebies. 7. This one is close to a freebie. 7. Although, nope. That's got to be a 7 here. So that's a 7 there. Okay, so that one wasn't necessarily free, but it was pretty much free. And then this guy, this guy. There we go. And then we're gonna have interchangeables. That's gonna be any of these guys as of now. 8s. Could be there. Could be there. So we could have an 8 there or there. It's not terrible information. It doesn't help a ton around the board. Just because this is obviously that. One, blah, blah, blah. So that's an 8. That's helpful. That's a little better. So that means we can have an 8 here or here. Saying that now it's got to be this one. Not the button I meant to press. I'm already 2 strikes. Fuck me. That doesn't give us any extra information though. On to 9s. Not a ton to work with 9s, so I'm gonna come back around. This is a 1 or a 3. 1 or a 3. Let me go back to my 1s now. Not a lot of 1s to work with. Saying that though, there's no 1s there. That's not a 1. This is a 1, or this is a 1. And by that same logic, this is a 3, or this is a 3. Guaranteed. Meaning 1, 3. Oh, no, not 3. 3. Yes. Yes. 1s. Back to those. Nothing. So any of these could be 1s, for example. For the sake of doing this completely so I don't get thrown off track, because I definitely have to use notes for these. These are all possible 1s. Just because if it's up here, it could be one of these. If it's down here, it could be one of these. By that same logic, though, so this is 1. There's a 1 in this column. There's a 1 in this column. That's a guaranteed 1 right there. So that's a 1. So that gets rid of those. That's nice. 1 or 3. So yeah, that could be 1. Any of these could be a 1 if this is a 1, and then either of these based on if there's a 1 here and then a 1 here. Not very helpful. No 1s. That could be a 1. That could be a 1. That could be a 1. I think we have 1s marked off for every box. So let's move on to 2s, and then I'm doing this extremely methodically. There's certainly faster ways to do this. I have no doubt about that. 2, 2, 2. No 2, no 2, 2, or 2. Nothing, nothing, 2, or 2. And then 2, 2, 2. Nothing, nothing. Any of these could be a 2 for now. Once we have complete data, we'll be fine though, or we'll figure out for certain. 3, incomplete, that could be a 3 as well. Okay. We know that's a, oh wait, no, that can't be a 3, because there's a 3 this row. So that was correct. That wasn't incomplete data, that was just, yeah. This, oh, so that means, no, that's guaranteed a 3 right there. Yeah. So that's our 8. That clears things up a tad, not a ton. One of these is a 3. There's our interchangeables for these sections here. 3's there, 3's there. And then one of these is a 3, so those are interchangeables for these guys. Right. So, I think that's 3's for all the boxes. Let's go with 4's now. We could have a 4 here, 4 here. We could have a 4 here, or a 4 here. Correct? No, this is our 4. This is our 4, because there's 1 there, and the only way for it to get in this column is there. I should really be looking more at columns instead of going straight to marking things, but I'm trying to do this precise because this one has a mistake counter and it makes you fail the puzzle if you fuck up. And I don't really feel like fucking up. One of these guys is a 4. One of these guys is a 4. So this guy's a 4. Okay. I think this is a guaranteed 4. Yes. So, okay, we have interchangeable 4s here, and we're done with those. So, now that we're going through, that's a 2. That's a 2. If we've gotten to a point where we see a prior used number in only one slot of the box, then we can just mark that. We just did 4s, so we're on to 5s. Turn my notes back on. 5. 5. That guy is a 5 then. So, 5 or a 5, and then possible 5s all around here, unless I'm fucking up. One of these is a 5. Oh, no, see, these are interchangeables, so that one is guaranteed a 5, and that's guaranteed a 6. And this guy is a 9. Saying that, let's see if there's anything else we can finagle. Doesn't appear to be. a 5. One of these is a 5. This could be a 5. This could be a 5. Or that could be a 5. As we stand right now. 6s. I already have 6s marked in some spots, I think. Or I did have a 6 marked in one spot. But 6s don't give us a ton of information, actually. That could be a 6. That could be a 6. That could be a 6. Literally any of these could be a 6. I think there's an easier way to do this. That one might be our 6. Might have been better just to leave these guys. Sevens. Did we already mark all of the 7s? I don't. We went out of order, huh? So we did mark all the 7s. Okay, so 8s. I think we. Yeah, we marked our 8s too, because these are the 2. 8. One of these is going to be 8. One of these is going to be 8. So 9s. 9s. I'm going to start looking at columns, just because this is getting fucky. Taking everything I work for, motherfucker. Whoops, I didn't mean to actually click that. I didn't see where it got that from. That means all my notes are right. But wait a minute, how did that work? Oh, yeah, I see that now. I missed that. Also, that didn't mark off any of my notes for that, which is cool. Thanks for that. Didn't want the hint, and you kind of fucked me with that. Saying that, this is the one. This is the one. Trace 3. Still don't have enough info for the interchangeable ones here. Same with the 3s. Let's go back to the 9s. Now I've got some more stuff filled out. That's a 9. That's a 9. So that's a 6. And this is a 9. And this is a 5. That's a 9. That's a 6. Oops. That's a 7. 9's going to be up top here. That is the only 9. That is the only 7. Now we're kind of cranking. This can't be a 9, that's a 6. Let me look at my 9s again. One of these is a 9. And then that's a 4. That's our 5. One of these is our 9. So that is for sure our 6. That's our 8. That's a 4 or 8. That's a 4. That's a 9. 6. Boom. 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 This is where the notes come in handy, because now it pretty much just gave us the puzzle. I will say it would have taken me quite a while had I not realized that that one was there. So I guess I kind of needed that hint, so I kind of got bailed out there. So, fuck. It's got a leaderboard thing. Oh. Huh. Not a lot of people are playing this, but huh. Now that's interesting. So that guy's got 165,539 points, and I got 46,395 points within the 2 games that I've done. So fuck it. I think we're gonna play until we get first, and I'll keep playing mediums. I don't care. I have plenty of beer. Okay, this one's pretty filled in. I like this. 1. This is a vibe. I can actually do these ones. That was a lot of information to get. That's really, really nice to be able to just get that off rip. That's a 1. That's a 1. Which means that and that. 1s are almost done. That's awesome. That's great. 2s. We can almost do 2s. No. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. Oh, I'm going too fast. Computer can't even fucking handle me right now, bro. Absolutely slick with that shit. So our 2 in this column here is going to be in the bottom row. So here, or here. 3s. A lot of 3s. We might be able to get some work here. 3 here, 3 there. 3. 3. So 3s there. 4s. Not a lot of info for 4s. You know, 4s here. Any of these could be 4s, but for sure, 4s. One of them, the 4 is going to be in the bottom row. It's really nice having these filled in ones here. Just based on first glance, so nothing set in stone for sure. 5's in this column. 5's in that column. Doesn't give us a lot of row information. It is like three-way interchangeable, so that's not great. 6's 6, 6, then another one, and then that could be, that could be, that could be, that could be. Not here, so it's gonna be there, there, or there. And then 6 in this column, guaranteed, so no 6 there, just a 6 in this column. And then this is just straight up, whoops, 6. That doesn't actually, yeah, so that's 6. Now that doesn't give us anything extra. One of these is going to be a, no, that one's just going to be 6. Cool. Now, yeah, that's all we can do with those. 7s, turn the notes back on just for now. There's only one 7 on the board. Okay, so could be any one of those. Could be any one of those. It's going to be this column here. So this one's going to need a 7. Any of these can be 7s. Any of these can be 7s. I'm gonna hold off on these ones where I'm getting 0 information just for now. Just because it's so much harder to look at. 8 is guaranteed in this column. Or, yeah. So we're going to have 8's down here. We have 4. Okay. 2's got to be up here. Yeah, that doesn't, yeah. Okay. 8's. 8, 8, 8, 8. That can be an 8. That can be an 8. That can be 8. That's an 8. Or that's an 8. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Fuck. 8, 8, 8, 8. Yeah, okay. 9's. Hopefully this opens something up for me, because this is getting fucking old. That's guaranteed to be a 7, which I might have already been. Doesn't help though. Back to the 9's. Back to the notes. That's a 9 or that's a 9. We can shoot. One of these is going to be a 7 too. So 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That was the problem with not marking any of the 7s because I got a little false hope there. But as of now, yeah, any of those could be 7s. Shoot. 9, 9, 9, 9, or 9. See, I think there's a method to get rid of the ones like these, but I really don't know what it is. I bet if I looked harder, or looked like column wise, I could probably figure it out. But 9 in this column, 9 up here, 9 down there. I want to say that one of these has to be 9, because like this one I'm pointing at is 9, right? Then, you know, it can't be 9. So that's a 4. This one is guaranteed to be a 4, right? Because you have to have the 9 in the column, in the middle column or middle row. This one can't be it. It's got to be here. Does that clear anything up for us? Not particularly. This is my problem whenever we get into like deep notes, or yeah, deep notation like this, because now I can't read the fucking board. So 7's actually gotta be in this bottom row. So none of these top ones are 7. So I'm either missing something or my notation is awful, and it could be either one, because once we get so far into these, I just fucking lose track of everything. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's definitely a better way to be doing this shit, and I just choose not to for some reason. Deep focus. Nine. Okay, so now I'm gonna start looking at columns now. Like there was only one way that was, yeah, that was the only way you can get a 9 in this column, right? Looking at this one, yeah, 7 or 9, those are interchangeable. That's 5. That's a 6. 8. 5. 4. 3. 8. Is that all those that I can do? This is a 4. That means this is a 4. 2 or 7s, don't have enough for that. This is the only 7 for this. 1, those are interchangeable. 8 and 6. That's a 7. That means this is a 7. 2, 9, 1. I wish it would like X these out so I know what I'm not looking for. just easier to keep track. Top tier Sudoku app, Not Evil Sudoku. Shout out. There's no ads. It's only one puzzle per day. But, you know, sometimes all I need is one, and then I'm pissed off, and then I'm just like, fuck this. But it took us a bit, but we're getting there. And by us, I mean me. It took me a bit, and I'm getting there. If you're not enthralled by this riveting gameplay, what the fuck are you even doing, bro? Boom. Yeah, I'm kind of a gamer. Ayo. What? What looks this? Shout out Not Evil Sudoku. Ad free. Motherfucker. So we're averaging 20k per. Yeah, we're averaging 20k per win. So we're climbing, bro. We do be climbing. We do be climbing. Before I do anything, not a soul in here? Not a soul watching? Okay. Well, that was cool. That was fun.